Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Garage Gym Workouts. So today we're going to go over a shoulder and arm session using the least amount of equipment possible. So let's get straight into the warm-up. So we're going to warm up the delts first. So you've got 3 deltoids, you've got your front delt, side delt and rear delt. So we're going to do an isolation exercise for each individual muscle in a circuit, and we're going to do 4 sets of 20 reps on each exercise. So what you're going to need ideally is 2 small dumbbells. So I've got 5 kilogram dumbbells here. If you haven't got dumbbells, then just 2 plates. If you haven't got plates, then a resistance band can work just as good, or something that has just got a little bit of weight to it. It doesn't need to be anything crazy for this. It's a light, high repetition warm-up. So our first exercise for the rear delts is going to be a bent over rear delt fly. So hinge back from the hips, keep the chest down, and then pull your little fingers up to the sky. So your elbow is always going higher than your hand. The hands are just hooked, you're trying to pull those elbows up to the ceiling, straight out to the side, keeping the chest down, keeping your back straight, a little bit of abs engaged. So I'll start with those rear delts, and I'm going to go straight into side raises. So standing nice and tall, weights just a little bit in front of you, think about pulling your elbows up, and almost like you're trying to tip some water out of a cup. So the little fingers always end up higher than the index fingers. Straight up to the side, stand nice and tall. Same again, 20 reps. So it should be burning like crazy by now. That's what we want. Okay, and then straight to front raises. So from the quads straight up, trying to internally rotate again, so little fingers are coming up a little bit higher than the index fingers. Trying not to swing the hips too much, try and keep it as strict as you can. If you get tired towards the end, then okay, but try and keep it as slow and controlled as possible. So squeeze your butt, stay nice and steady. Okay, so there are 3 exercises. Rear delt flies for the rear delts, standing side raises for the side delts, and then front raises for the front delts. So give yourself 30 seconds rest, and then straight into set number 2. 4 sets, nice and quick, get loads of blood in those shoulders. So next up, we're going to move on to some pressing. So we're going to do a seated Z press today, which puts a lot more emphasis on the core and the upper back than if you were sitting on a bench doing your shoulder press in there. So we're going to go for 4 sets of as many reps as possible. If you get to 20, finish there. So then the goal is whichever weight you're going to pick, once you can build up to do 4 sets of 20 on that weight, next week you're going to try and increase the weight, and then say you get a set of 20, 16, 12, 8, then your progression from week 3 will be to build up to be able to do 4 sets of 20 on that new weight. So choose some dumbbells that are a little bit heavier than what we did for the warm-up, or you can use a band, sit on it, put it on the backs of the shoulders, or whatever you've got, be creative with it. So let's go into the Z press. So the positioning is important. Legs out to the side, and you need to be able to get your chest up tight in this position here. If your lower back's rounded, you're not going to be able to get a strong core in this position, so sit on something such as a yoga block or whatever you've got at home. You've got to make sure that chest is in a good position here, okay? And get your dumbbells, pop them up to your shoulder, keep your chest up, and then smash out as many reps as you can. On there. 4 sets might be a push, but we'll see. set, drop right down to 13, then 11, and then 12. So 4 sets of 20 like that, the lactic acid builds up really, really quick and makes it tough. Especially on that Z press, as soon as you've lost the chest position or the abs have gone, then you're not going to get any more reps on that one. So it's a real good exercise for developing that core strength and that stability for the overhead press. So week on week now, we're going to try and progress that. Stick with the same weight and just try and beat the total reps that you've got. So hopefully in 3 weeks, the goal is to get 4 sets of 20 on that weight. So on to the next thing now, we're going to do some behind the neck press. So nothing too heavy with this. This is just a 5 kilo training bar for the variation I'm going to show you down here. If you haven't got this setup or a bench that you can lay 45 degrees on, then we're just going to do it standing. With a barbell, with dumbbells, with a band. If you're using a band, just stand on it and hold it behind your head. So behind the neck press is, as it sounds, the bar is behind your neck. It's not on the neck, it's on the top of the traps, okay? Where you'd come into a high bar squat. You're going to brace your shoulders back, squeeze your abs, and then push straight up to the ceiling. Straight back down and repeat. So if you've got poor shoulder mobility, or it's a bit of a weakness for you, start really wide, that which makes it a little bit easier on the shoulders. And then to challenge yourself, just come in until you're in a sort of neutral pressing position. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs. Just a nice 3 sets of 10, just to finish off them shoulders. Doing it out at 45 degrees adds a lot of core stability and makes those shoulders work really, really hard and makes them super stable and less prone to injury. So this is my favourite variation of this at the moment. So you're going to come in here, hold yourself at 45 degrees, and then press straight out in front of you. So the biggest mistake you see is people doing this. That's not a straight line. Up there, that's a straight line. So that makes it considerably harder being out at that angle. If you've got a bench set at 45 degrees, if you've got something similar to this, be creative with it. If not, just a normal standing one is absolutely fine. So that's the shoulders finished off. So now we're going to go into some arms. So we do 2 different supersets. We're going to go from tricep to bicep, no rest between, then rest up, and we're going to do 3 to 4 sets of each superset. You want to be looking at somewhere between 8 to sort of 12, 14 repetitions in that range there. So these exercises you can do with a barbell, with a dumbbell, or with a band. So I'm going to show you with some dumbbells because that's the preferred method for me on this one. So for the triceps, you're going to come into an incline bench press position. So palms are facing towards you guys in the camera. I'm going to tilt them in and make a little A shape, rest them on my chest. Elbows are up nice and high, don't let them drop down. And then from there I'm going to push straight up to the ceiling. Slow and controlled, pause, push, in here. So it's working the outer head of the tricep. Nice and slow and controlled on these. And then after 12 of those, we're going to go straight into some incline bicep curls. So we're going to make these hard and go nice and light, but really open up that chest, fully straight arms, keep the elbows down and curve out to the side. So it's a really weak compromised position this for the bicep. So you want to go nice and slow and just focus on the contraction at the top. As you squeeze, try and tilt your little finger up so that it's higher than the index finger. That way you'll get a bit more of a contraction in the peak of the bicep. Okay, I want to keep the rest as short as possible, so roughly 30 seconds, back into set 2. So the final superset is going to be some overhead tricep extensions with some standing barbell curls. So the overhead tricep extension, one of my favourite tricep exercises because it really stretches out the triceps, helps with shoulder mobility as well. If you do any strength sports, it will help you lock out your overhead press also. So you can do it with a cable or a band. I'm going to make the most of the use of the cable machine, but a band is just as effective, if not more, for emphasising that lockout. So, you grab the cable over the top of the head. Make sure your glutes are pushed through, elbows are back, and you're trying to extend the rope behind you. So you're not trying to push it forward, that's putting tension on the shoulders. We're trying to open up and push straight up to the ceiling. So slow and controlled. It's not about moving a lot of weight on this one. It's about how heavy can you make a lightweight feel. That's how you're going to get those muscles to grow and adapt. We'll go for 12 in there again. And then straight into the barbell curls. So I've got an axle here. Same again, nothing too crazy. Just slow and controlled. Feel the bicep doing all the work. No rocking it with the hips, shrugging with the shoulders. Slow and controlled, keep it on the bicep. Okay, so again, keep the rest period nice and short, 30 seconds, 4 sets to finish off, guys. And we'll leave that one there today then, team. So for the next 2 weeks, we're going to try and progress that seated Z press. So trying to get up to 4 sets of 20 on whichever weight you chose. If you got that 4 sets of 20 today, well done. Try and progress the weight or the band, whatever you're using. So if you struggled with some of those exercises in terms of having the equipment to do them, drop a comment below or drop me a private message, and I'll come up with an adaptation of how you can do that exercise. There's always a way to do it, guys, okay? So don't think you can't do this whole session just because you haven't got set range of dumbbells, haven't got the bands. There's always something we can figure out, okay? So until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and stay at home.